Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. So today we are back with another pick a card reading, and we're asking Spirit, who is your soulmate? And I'm just going to try to get information about their personality, characteristics, possibly what they do for a living, and a message from them to you. So we have 3 piles with 3 crystals. Pile number 1, we have, what is this? The Witch's Garden Tarot. And that's paired with the orange calcite. Pile 2 with message 2, we have the Astro Matrix Tarot deck. And that is paired with this black tourmaline. And pile number 3 with message number 3, we have the Everyday Witch Tarot, and that is paired with the lemon quartz. When you are ready, you can find your reading and its timestamp in the description box below, and I will see you over there. Welcome, group number 1. Today we are asking Spirit, who is your soulmate? You chose the orange calcite with the Witch's Garden Tarot deck. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. I just heard the word sprightly. When I tune into your soulmate's energy, it feels fun and joyful. Sun energy. Yeah. Okay, I'm asking my highest and best spirit guides to please guide me in this reading for collective number 1. Please give us some insight into their soulmate's energy. Please tune me into their soulmate's energy now and show me a little bit about their personality. I'm hearing someone talking. This is a gregarious person. They're showing me someone who is very thoughtful in their approach to people. They read the room very well. This is an emotionally intelligent person. When they're speaking to a group, I can see them looking to make sure that everyone is involved in the conversation and no one is left out. It feels Libra energy to me with, I'm hearing a touch of Sag. Okay, those are the prominent energies I'm tuning into right now. Very good looking person. This is somebody who is fit, but they don't flaunt it. They're fit, but they don't flaunt it. So you can tell by the way that they move, they're showing me a male right now, but it can be a female. They'll always show me the prominent energy of the collective. So quite a few of the people who come to my channel are female, but there are definitely males as well. So they're showing me male predominantly for heterosexual females. Could tell by the way that they're moving, they have musculature, but they don't wear clothes to show this off. They're just fit. I'm also hearing the word healthy. So health is important to them. They're clean cut. I can smell them. They smell fresh, like laundry. So this is not necessarily somebody who wears cologne. This is somebody, maybe aftershave. I heard aftershave. They smell good. They smell fresh. Taller than average, I'm also seeing. They're also showing me summer clothes, t-shirt and shorts. So I don't know if they live in a warmer climate or you're going to just meet them when it's warm outside, or maybe if you're on a vacation to a warm space, and you might meet them in a group somehow. I mean, I'll pull cards in a second. I'm just getting a scene. They always show me a scene first. This is a very friendly, very nice person. Show me about the soulmate of group number 1, please. Can you show me with the cards, please, Spirit, very clearly? Show me 2 cards to start. Tell me, okay, about their personality or about their characteristics. What do you want my group number 1 to know? Okay. So we have the 8 of Wands. I just heard tiki. Tiki, as in a tiki hut, or, you know, where they have those sticks with the fire. That's what they just showed me there. So yeah, you might meet them on a vacation. Maybe Hawaii is significant. With the Chariot, again, we see travel. So you might actually meet them during your travels. Okay. This is there's a lot of movement with the 8 of Wands and the Chariot. So this can be somebody who travels a lot for work or is on the move. Let me just ask my spirit guides, what does the 8 of Wands and the Chariot? I'm seeing somebody who, first they're showing me a speaker of some kind, somebody who goes to conferences or speaks to a group of people. Maybe that's the group that I was tuning into before. Yeah, and with the 8 of Wands, when I said that, you know, they showed me this scene of them talking to a lot of people. This is somebody who is very articulate. That could be part of their job, although I'll ask in a second. But this person, I think they mentioned gregarious at the beginning. Their energy moves. There's a lot of movement. I just heard Leo. So we have Leo, Sag, and Libra. This could be they could be in some kind of leadership position. I don't see them overseeing a group. This feels a little bit independent. Can you tell me a bit more, please? Tell me a little bit more about this person's personality, characteristics. I'm feeling as though they're quite serious about their work, but in the everyday, they're a little bit more laid back. But their energy is still not intense, but they're very present. They're engaging. This is an engaging kind of person. Can you tell me more about this person, please? Okay. The Fool. And what else? I just heard the word enterprising. Yeah, which makes sense also with the Chariot. Yeah, and the Page of Pentacles. So they might have their own business. They might have started something on their own. This might be a person who has a few different businesses, has a very... Yeah, enterprising. They come up with new ideas about work. I'm hearing different streams of income, but very successful, actually. And it comes across in their personality as well. Ingenuity, I'm hearing. Inventor. This kind of energy. They're always a few steps ahead. They think on their feet. It's a little bit hard to keep up with them, I have to say. They have a touch of attention deficit, a little bit difficulty, there's a little bit of difficulty holding their attention because they kind of will speak ahead. They might speak over people a little bit, I will say. Because they're very excited, you know, that's that energy I've tapped into at the beginning. They feel very excited. Oh, I want to tell you this. And it's all in good spirit, but it can be a little bit frustrating from time to time communicating with this person. You kind of have to tell them to slow their roll a little bit, to pull back a little bit. Literally, like with the Chariot here, to pull back on the reins a little bit. What else can you tell me about this person, please? What else can you tell me about this person's soulmate, please? Yeah, they're always coming up with new ways to make money. Strength, that's the Leo that I tapped into before. And also their musculature. And also that they're good looking, okay? So yeah, and you see this person with a group of bears here. Yeah, so everything that they just talked about is validated in this card. This person might be a Leo or Leo rising. They might be very good looking. They might kind of command attention, is how I'm seeing it. A lot of people surround them and listen to what they have to say. And they're probably in very good shape. Let's get one more card on their character or personality. Character or personality, please. One more card, please. Okay. King of Wands. Okay. This is, they kind of keep repeating the messages here because I think we've gotten what we're going to get from this particular reading. This is not going to be one of those very, very long readings. So fiery nature, if they're not a fire sign, they've got a lot of fiery, passionate energy about them. Again, I think they're the leader, expert of their craft. I don't see them working with a lot of other people here. They seem to be working on their own. So whatever they do, they're very good at it. And a lot of people look to them for advice about what they do in particular. So this is somebody whose career is really, it feels front and center. Even though I'm getting quite a bit about their personality, they're showing it to me within the framework of their career. So this is really a business person. Let me see what they do. I'm very curious to see what they do. Can you tell me, my spirit guides, what is it that this person does for a living? What is it that they do for a living, please? And we got the strength again. This definitely could be a Leo. Can you tell me more, please? What they do for a living? Huh. That's interesting. Okay. This person may be a counselor, a therapist. This could be a motivational speaker. A philanthropist, I'm hearing. Yeah. Somebody who helps people out of their struggles. This could also be like a healer. Somebody who travels around doing healings or spiritual work. Can we get one more card, please? On what they do. On what they do. Yeah. They seem to help people get out of struggles or problems in some kind of way. I mean, this could be this could be a police officer even. It feels like somebody who helps people with their trouble. Some kind of mediator. It could be a mediator, actually, in law. Yes, this could be a mediator. Okay. Okay. So that's what I'm getting on them and their career. Now I want to get a little bit about their energy from the Astro deck. Can we get just a bit more about their energy, please? And then we'll get a message from them. Can we get a little bit more about their energy? What are they like? A little bit more, please. A little bit more about their energy, please. What are they like? Show me clearly. Okay. We have ascendant entrance. So the ascendant is how you appear to the world. What is your, how do people view you? So like I said, especially with the King of Wands here, this is somebody, and also the strength here twice. This is somebody who people pay attention to. This could be somebody who, I don't know, they might be a little bit famous. They might be well known. This could be somebody who does something even on the internet. They might have a YouTube channel. When I see the ascendant, this is somebody who is known. This is also not somebody who shies away from the spotlight. Again, Leo, strength, okay? This is somebody who, when they make an entrance, people see them, witness them. They're not shy, okay? That's that energy I was getting all the way at the beginning. Can we get one more card on them, please? One more card. And the ascendant also tells me that they're also probably good looking. Again, third house, communication. A lot of the same cards or ideas keep coming up. I have my son in the third house, and I'm a therapist. I'm a psychologist. So again, people who have third house energy, these are people who talk a lot. They are very articulate. They tend to pass wisdom on to other people. They tend to guide other people. They tend to help other people. Okay? Very consistent messaging here. Now, I want to get a final message from them to you. What does the soulmate of group number 1 want to tell my group number 1s? Please and thank you. Let's get 2 cards here. What do they want to tell my group number 1s? Please and thank you. What do they want to tell them? What do they want to tell them? Thank you. Ooh, we have rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. Huh. I wonder if you guys are going to meet them very soon. Yes. With the number 49 or 13 here being a very lucky number. So the number 49, this person could be 49 years old if that applies to you. I don't know why the 49 in this particular card really stood out to me. But I also saw 35 here reducing down to a number 8. So there's a lot of luck on the table. So I think that they're saying, I'm coming in pretty quick. Rabbits move very quickly. 8 of Wands, Chariot is a lot of movement energy. So if you haven't met this person, I reckon you might really meet them super soon. So the message I'm getting from them is I'm on my way. Can we get one more message from my group number 1's soulmate, please? One more message from my group number 1's soulmate, please. Please and thank you. One more message from my group number 1's soulmate to my group number 1's. Thank you. And we have parrot spirit. Watch your words. That's so bizarre. We're getting a lot of communication, verbiage, talking, a lot of this in this reading. We have another 9 here with 45. Parrot spirit, watch your words. That feels a little bit like a projection from them. Because I do think that they need to look before they leap. So again, we have a parrot who talks a lot. They yap a lot. And the channeled messaging at the beginning said that this is somebody who talks almost to a fault, right? Sometimes they speak too much. So I wonder if you're also a fast talker or talk over people or, I don't know, you might have some of the similar energy that they do. So they're kind of saying that if we meet, give me a second to speak or say what you mean. Something about when you meet, the conversation may seem, I'm hearing the word stilted, which is kind of the opposite, but it may feel like you might not jive immediately because both of you might have this conversational, gregarious kind of personality. So you might talk over one another and that could make you miss one another. Or you might just be both very fiery and your energy could be a little bit overwhelming to the other person, and you might not hear or feel or see the signals that the other person is interested in you. So there is something here about communication and talking that I think resonates with you as much as it does with them. But the prominent energy is that they're on their way, and you might need to take a moment to recognize that they're there, because they could be in and out pretty quickly. You could miss them. Now, let me just make this clear. You can't miss your soulmate ever, but there could be a delay because at the first meeting, you might completely override them because they might be in a group. They might be talking a lot. They could be talking a lot to another person. So I think there's something about just slowing down when you are around a group or when you're around meeting somebody new who might catch your eye and they may not immediately give you attention. It just might be because they're caught up in the moment. And if you're caught up in the moment, take a moment to take a breath and scan the room, because your person might be literally standing right beside you. Okay, my loved ones, that was the quick and dirty on who is your soulmate. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know by commenting and giving the video a thumbs up. If nothing else, I send you guys so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 2. So today we are asking Spirit, who is your soulmate? This reading is going to be a little bit shorter than a regular soulmate detailed reading would be. It feels like they just want to get the primary energies out. So we're going to look at their overall energy, their personality, their character traits, and we're going to try to get a little bit about their job or their career. And then we're going to get a quick message from them. So we're just going to move pretty quickly. So you guys chose the black tourmaline with the Astro Matrix deck. I am already feeling, even though I don't necessarily assume, but I'm already feeling this protective energy with the black tourmaline. And also I'm hearing the word confident. Okay? Okay, my highest and best spirit guides, please tune me into the soulmate of group number 2. Okay, I just heard that they like the finer things in life. Don't click off just yet if you're more of a down-to-earth person. Yeah, they have very good taste. They're showing me, they tend to show me males because I think most of my collective are females and possibly heterosexual females, but you could be a male and apply this to your partner of choice. Yeah, because they're showing me someone in a 3-piece suit. Doesn't mean that's what they do in their career, that they wear a suit every day, but this is somebody who takes care of how they look, okay? I am hearing that they're very kind and generous. So this is not somebody who's arrogant. I was a little bit afraid of that, but they're not showing that to me. I just heard that they play their cards a little, they hold their cards a little close to the chest. So the way that they appear to the world, people may misjudge them because they look, this is another good-looking person, I have to say. Group number 1 was more casual. This is definitely somebody who's a little bit more, I would say Capricorn rising, maybe verging on Virgo. Although their personality is not Virgo, it's more Capricorn. That could be their rising, but inside they could be something like a Pisces, maybe a Scorpio, okay? They have a lot of depth to them, but you may not immediately judge them as such. They might be quite serious about their career, and people may think that the way that they are in their career is the way that they are one-on-one. And I'm seeing that there's quite a difference with how they are in their career versus how they are one-on-one. They seem quite serious in their career. And they have like a warmer side when they're one-on-one. Let's see. My highest and best spirit guides, please show me about the character and personality of my group number 1 soulmate, please. My group number 1 soulmate, please. Personality and character, please. I'm hearing that this person is a little bit hard to read. Okay, so there we go. We have Knight of Cups. Okay, that's that poor Pisces, Scorpio energy. Of course, possibly Cancer, but I'm not getting Cancer right now. I'm getting a no on Cancer. Doesn't mean that they can't be, but Devil. I didn't ask the question when the Devil came out, so can you tell me more about the Devil? I mean, talk about opposites. Okay? That's what I was tuning into. The way that they are inside is very different than the way that they are, very different than the way that they appear to the world. Yes. Can you just, let me get a different deck. Can you just tell me a little bit more about the Devil, please? What is that regarding? Yeah, they might just be very serious, almost intimidating, to the people that they work with, but they're a real softie inside. They might be really intimidating in their position. They might hold a high-ranking position. Is this it? Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. What does that mean? Devil and the Knight of Pentacles. They're very methodical. I'm just going to cover, I just really don't like looking at the Devil, so I'm just going to cover him up. They're very methodical in the way that they deal with people, and almost smart to the, like I'm hearing wicked smart, almost smart to the point that it can really feel intimidating. I keep hearing to other people. So the first thing that I'm picking up is that when you meet them, you're going to be attracted to them, but they might scare you a little bit. I'm getting the energy. I'm trying to find the words. This person knows they move in a very particular way. It feels a little bit Scorpio, I have to say. Okay. It can, yeah, let me just say this. If they're wronged, if someone crosses them, they'll show their fangs. Okay? But they're not mean. I think that's why they highlighted the word kind, because I was like, wow, that's not the person I'm looking at. I don't immediately think the word kind. I think they want to just highlight that because the way that they can come across can be a bit harsh. I'm going to ask about this actually. Can you tell me why they come across this way? Why did they come across that way? I'm just curious, you guys. I just want to know. In accordance with their soul's free will, can you share why they come across this way? Yeah, so they might have had some kind of difficult upbringing with the 10 of Cups here. Because I don't read reversals, but because I'm asking why are they sway, it would be the 10 of Cups in reverse. I just wanted to ask. I thought it had something to do with their family. So they might have some kind of fighting with their family or difficulty with their family, or they might have just had a very difficult upbringing. And so what's sort of stirring right under the surface is some angst or anguish from that trauma that I'm hearing that they've worked through, but they're not immediately trusting. This person is not immediately trusting. But when they get comfortable with somebody, they're the Knight of Cups. They're still strong and they have strong confidence and self-esteem, but they're extremely generous and extremely loving. Very interesting energy here. I'm hearing you'd be lucky to have them, okay? And that's what they were talking about with the black tourmaline, that fierce protective energy. I just want to hold the black tourmaline for a second. Because they perhaps weren't very protected when they were younger or had a very tumultuous upbringing, their default position is to be very loyal and very protective of the people that they love. And they just highlighted the word loyalty. So this is not going to be somebody who steps out on you, who cheats, who lies. They're quite forthright. And this could be a little bit unnerving. They could also be an Aries rising, by the way. Oh, no, they're saying an Aries moon. So this could be a Cap rising, a Scorpio or a Pisces sun, and an Aries moon, okay? This is somebody who will tell you exactly what they feel. They don't mince words. So it can be a little bit unnerving, but whoever picked this pile, I'm guessing you probably want, and you probably need someone like this in your life. Maybe you guys have had some people who lied, beat around the bush, said they would do things but didn't follow through. This is not this person. This is somebody who will follow through and is loyal to a fault. Let me get a little bit more of their energy. A little bit more of their energy, please. Tell me a little bit more about my group number 2 soulmate, please. Who are they? Whoa, that just flew out. Look at that. We have the Ace of Pentacles. In this particular deck, whenever I see the Ace of Pentacles, I think marriage material, because this always reminds me of an altar. Okay? There are a couple of things about this card that I want to say. First of all, this is somebody who's wealthy. Okay? I know a lot of people like to hear that. I do not say things that people like to hear. I'll just say that. This is somebody who makes a very, very good living. Okay? While they don't flaunt it, it's evident by the way that they dress, the way that they hold themselves. Did you guys ever see 10 Shades of Grey? I forgot the name of that movie. 7 Shades, I don't remember. Whatever Shades of Grey. Whatever that guy's name, they're showing me his closet. Now, I haven't seen that movie in like 10 years or whenever it came out. But they just showed me his face and then they showed me his closet. And it was all of these suits lined up. Again, that's that Virgo energy I was tapping into, okay? Yeah, everything is, again, the way that they are methodical with the Knight of Cups in their work and how they conduct themselves, that's also with their wardrobe. Neat, tidy. I'm hearing the word threads, like tailored suits, okay? Or tailored clothing, or clothing that is very well made. They take a lot of care in how they present themselves to the world. Now, with this Ace of Pentacles, I am also seeing generous. This is not someone who's frugal. This is not somebody who saves endlessly just for the sake of it. This is somebody who uses their money wisely. I'm also hearing invests their money wisely and will share it with those they love. Okay? And I'm not talking about buying, tons of gifts. I'm talking about sharing a good life. They're also showing me this as a portal. I get the sense that when you meet them, this person, the two of you are going to jump into another timeline together. So whatever upbringing or past that was difficult for them might have been mirrored in your past. Maybe you guys have come from a difficult upbringing as well. And I feel as though when you come together, I'm getting a big yes on this from my guides, you're going to jump timelines together. Your love is going to carry one another into, you're going to ascend, I'm hearing ascension. You're going to ascend into a higher timeline because the love that you share is going to heal something very fundamental in the two of you. And I think that's why you guys probably chose the black tourmaline. I probably would have chosen this pile too. Black tourmaline is often attracted to, or people who are attracted to it, because they've needed a lot of protection in their life. And they've probably learned how to protect themselves. Okay. In the interest of time, I'm actually going to move ahead because I spent a lot more time on this person's sort of personality, character with you guys. I want to get a little bit more about what they do. My highest and best spirit guides, can you tell me a little bit about this person's career? You're going to have some kind of very powerful, very fierce kind of love with this person. I'm sorry, they want me to just flesh out that message. That is going to be very healing to the both of you. You know, when you get together with this person, I feel that within a year of being with them, you're not going to recognize your life at all because you guys would have healed something in each other that I don't think you thought you could heal in this life. I think that's why, maybe in the first group, their career mattered. I don't think it really matters what they do, but let's see what I can get. My spirit guides, show me a little bit about their career. Yeah, they're kind of saying it doesn't matter. They're self-made, they're self-established, and they did very well for themselves. But I don't know. Let's see. Okay. The Empress. I'm not going to pull another card, you guys. This is a very abundant person. Very, very abundant person. Okay. That's it. I'm not going to try to get more on their career. Now let's get from the the Astro deck, more about their energy. Let's see a little bit more about them. Tell me a little bit more about their energy, please and thank you. Tell me just a little bit more about their energy. Okay. Okay. So we have Taurus. Okay, that's that very loving energy. Cultivate. Yeah, with all of this bloom here, again, this person feels extremely abundant. With the number 2, this is, again, somebody who is very loyal. They're also they're showing me that when you're talking to them, there's no one else in the room. And I'm not just talking about you, the queerin. I'm talking about anyone. Okay, they just said that they might work on Wall Street with the bull here. Finance. Yeah, they just showed me the bull in downtown Manhattan in the financial district. Or it might be lower than that. God, I don't remember where the bull is, okay? Yeah, Taurians are very, very generous, very loving people. Same kind of energy. Although I didn't pick up Taurus, but maybe this person is a Taurus. So yeah, so they were highlighting this idea that when they talk to somebody, they're very serious, they listen, they pay attention, and they think before they speak. And that they've cultivated these skills over a period of time because they didn't learn this from their upbringing. This is a very empowered, strong-willed person, very strong-willed person. They've been through a lot, and you know it. You can kind of tell when you meet them because they have a hardness about them. But again, that's why they got as far as they've gone and how they've been able to cope with what they've been through in their past. But they're a Knight of Cups when it comes to love and relationships. And then like group number 1 got this also Ascendant. It's the same energy. They're very good looking. Okay. When they come into a room, they're noticed. I said that this person feels a little bit similar to group number 1 in only that respect, in no other respect. They command the room, but they don't necessarily, whereas group number 1, it was more about a group, a leader in a group. This is more one-on-one. This is more one-on-one. Yeah, and like I said at the beginning, the way they appear to the world, their ascendant, is very different from what they are inside. Okay? Now, let's get messages from them to you. I'm not going to take that because I didn't ask the question. My highest and best spirit guides, please give me a message from the soulmates of group number 2 to my group number 2s. What do they want to tell them? To my group number 2s. What do they want to tell them, please? I don't know. It's like, I don't know what that is. The cards are kind of flying everywhere. I have a sense, you guys, that you're going to help this person loosen up a little bit because they just showed me someone loosening their tie, like it was too tight. And the way the cards were just flowering out, I have a sense that in some way, they're a bit austere when it comes to their everyday life. And when they're with you, I'm hearing the word jello, like they're just going to sort of relax and loosen up. Okay. I feel like you're probably going to do that for each other. And then we have the bat, number 5, a rebirth is assured. That is it. And that's what I was saying with the Ace of Pentacles and the timeline, shifting timelines here. When the two of you guys get together, a rebirth is assured. That's what they're saying. When the two of you get together, you're going to live an entirely different life. And I love that there's rebirth here, where there might have been some trauma, angst, anguish, difficulty growing up. Trauma, by the way, doesn't have to be abuse. It could be you lost a parent early, you went through a grave illness, or someone around you, you lost somebody, or a dear friend, or it could be anything, okay? With the number 5, they're giving me life path number 5. So the two of you might, life paths number 5, they color outside the lines. They're kind of the jokers. And I don't mean funny joker. I mean, they do things a little bit different than others. So I think that when you get together, you're going to come out of your shells more. And I don't mean shyness. I mean, any part of you that's overly defended, you're going to feel more free with each other. Now, they're highlighting the bat as hanging upside down here. So I'm hearing, wait for me. Wait for me. Don't settle. Wait for me. Literal hanged man. So if there's been a bit of a delay, or you've been looking for someone for a long time, this person, it's the Knight of Pentacles, okay? This is a little bit of a slower moving energy, but wait for them. Because when you get together, this is going to be your person, right? I mean, this is a soulmate reading, but you're both going to come back to life. It's just beautiful. Let's get one more message from them. One more message from the soulmate of my group number 2s. One more message from the soulmate of my group number 2s. Okay. We have Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time. That also came out in group number 1. That is so weird. What does it mean in this group? Now is a lucky time. Okay. So they're telling me that Rabbit Spirit is springtime. Well, that makes sense. Easter. So when they say now is a lucky time, they're referring to spring. So those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, that might be a lucky time to meet your person. But those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, what is it when it's spring? What is it? Autumn. So it's still a ways away for you guys. But wherever you are in the world, spring, Easter, that period of time, they're also saying rabbits may actually be a sign for someone here that they're on their way. But again, that's what the bat spirit was also saying. Wait for me, I'm coming. But spring could be a particularly auspicious time to meet this person. Okay, my dear ones, that was the quick and dirty on your soulmate. I really hope that you enjoyed it. This person sounds fascinating, super interesting. So I wish you all the love and luck in love. And if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, I send you so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 3. Today we are asking Spirit, who is your soulmate? Thank you so much for being here. You chose the Lemon Quartz and the Everyday Witch Tarot. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So we're going to look at the characteristics or personality of your person, whatever Spirit wants to share. We'll try to get something about their career or their work, and then we're going to end with a message from them. So it's going to be a pretty quick reading, not as detailed as normally I would do for soulmate readings, but this is how I was guided to do this reading. Okay. So my highest and best spirit guides, please tune me in to my pile number 3's soulmate, please. I just heard the word soulful, and they're giving me a Barry White song. Let's get it on. So they might be a little romantic, seductive, a little old school, I guess. Yeah, a little old school, soulful. It's interesting because when I was going to start your reading, I almost picked up the other witches deck. So I wonder if this person is also very spiritual. But I don't know, it feels like not in a serious way almost. It feels light. I guess with the lemon quartz. Let me just tune in a little bit here. Show me a little bit about my group number 3's soulmate. Yeah, I'm just getting very romantic, very affectionate. They like to show you off. I might be talking to a group of very good-looking people. This person is good-looking, but they're highlighting you to be the good-looking one in the couple. It's almost like this person steps aside so you can shine. They're showing me those videos where two people are chosen from a group of dancers to dance with each other, and how people will highlight, oh, look at how that guy let that girl shine in that dance. So this is somebody well-mannered. I'm seeing them pull the chair out to, you know, I can't think of the word. Oh my God. That's crazy. I can't think of the word. Very well-mannered. Okay. Starts with a C. Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't even know where my mind goes during these readings. But they'll pull out the chair for you. They think about you first before themselves. It doesn't feel too imbalanced to me. I think this is just like I'm hearing mama's boy. So they might have been a firstborn. So they might have been very close with their mother. And don't scoff at that, please. Spirit delivers positive, wonderful aspects of the person. They really try to highlight that. They'll highlight little bits and pieces of their quirks, but this would be a lovely thing to hear. They have a lot of respect for their mother, and they're probably very close with her. And this is how they learned a lot of respect for women. So I'm highlighting a man and a woman. That's just the way my guides have been showing me today. Sometimes they'll highlight a female, but they highlight one kind of energy and they're highlighting male, but it can definitely be a female for those of you interested in females. This person is well liked, but I'm hearing they play along well with others. Like the other two groups, there were people who really stood out. This is not somebody who stands out. They're not looking to be in the spotlight. They're kind of casual. I'm trying to say things that stand out even as I'm speaking to you, but the way that this person is coming across, they feel more salt of the earth. Very easy to get along with, very kind, very cordial, friendly, very different energy from the first two. Very easy to talk to. They look for the positives in people. They're showing me Cheers, you know, the show Cheers from back in the day. They go to a bar, they go somewhere and people know their name, you know, not that they drink a lot or anything, but they just feel like an every person kind of person. Like anyone could get along with them. This person does well with children. They might like children. They would be a very good father. I'm actually seeing a little girl. So depending on your age and so forth, but they're showing me that this person might have a child when you meet them. Very loving father. Oh, they're also saying that this could be a widow. So again, take it as it resonates. It could be a woman who lost her husband and has a child, but they're highlighting, they show me one picture and then extrapolate as you will, okay? This is somebody who was married. It seems like they were married before. and either their partner is no longer in the physical realm or just out of the picture, because this feels like a single parent. But if they're not a parent, they can have a niece that they're very close to for whatever reason. I mean, I could blow out this reading very far to see a lot of different stories, but I want to keep the reading short today. I'm trying to get a sense of how they are in love, but it feels as though they've been shying away from love for good reason. Either they went through a lot of grief or a lot of difficulty with their previous partner. And if they're raising a child, that's been their focus, okay? If I were to describe them, this in terms of an animal, because they're showing this to me, they feel like a golden retriever. Okay, I love golden retrievers. This is just super kind, playful, loving person. There's no airs, nothing. Okay? This is somebody, like the other groups, the ascendant and their sun sign or their moon sign were very different. This is someone whose ascendant might be quite similar to their sun sign. Maybe not their moon, but they could have like a same element or the same sign, ascendant and sun. Okay? Okay, let's see what else we can get about them. I know I don't know if that sounded a little vague, but that's this, I just honor what I receive. Can you tell me a little bit more about, I keep getting soulful. This is a person rich with experience. This looks like an older person. This is not a 20s, doesn't even look like 30s to me. This looks like definitely above 40. So if you're younger and you're looking for an older person, or you're in that age bracket, 40 and above, you're probably in the right place. Okay, my highest and best spirit guides. Show me, I just heard the name George and the name Richard. Okay. Ace of Cups. Okay, very loving, very loving. With the ace here, they're telling me that this is a new kind of love for you guys. This is not a love that you've experienced before. They're actually telling me that I'm not going to take these because there are two cards. I want one at a time just to make sure that it's right. They're telling me that you're not going to trust this love when it comes in because it's going to feel so easy. It's going to feel so easy. Page of Swords. I just heard that this is somebody who's going to fight for you. This is going to be somebody you may not actually look at them twice when you meet them, but they're going to fight for you. They're going to send you messages. They're going to send you flowers. This is somebody who's very eager. Okay. Again, I'm hearing some of you be like, oh, and if you click off, that's okay. And this person isn't for you. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is definitely a person who's going to be very different from the people you've dated in the past. And it may even turn you off a little bit because you're not used to somebody whining and dining you, being all in for you all the time. It might feel fake. It might feel like no way this person can be this way. But if you were to take a moment and look at your history, you might see people who were not there for you, maybe people who kind of ignored you, and you might want to ask why you were attracted to people like that. Because at least in my private practice, I'm a psychologist, for those of you who don't know, I see this all of the time. People get attracted to the same person over and over again, and then they get angry that that person is not showing up for them, not there for them, but they're just repeating a pattern from their past that they need to heal. So I'm getting a very, very clear message that this person is going to be all in for you. They have all the love to give because they've kind of been isolated or on their own. Not isolated, they said no isolated, but in terms of love, they haven't dated in a while. And they're kind of getting back out there. And with the page, again, there's a little bit of that, not juvenile, but young energy I was tapping into. The kind that everyone likes them. I keep hearing, I'm hearing that song, please forgive me, I can't sing. I can't sing it. I am the man who will fight for your honor. I'll be the hero you've been dreaming of. Okay, I forgot who sings that. Sorry, you guys, I never remember when I'm channeling. Yeah, that's it. They want me to highlight those two sentences. Old school songs, wow. So yeah, you guys just might not be used to this kind of person. But do not write them off, because my goodness, this is the ride or die kind of partner. What else do you want to tell me? And with all this blue, she's wearing blue, he's wearing blue, I think this person is very intuitive and they may not know it. And I think you guys, my group number 3 is often my highly spiritual evolved group. I think you might pull some of that out of them. I think you might awaken some of their spirituality or turn them onto their intuition, because I think this group is highly intuitive. Okay. What else can you tell me about this person? Okay, I see. Anything else? Okay. We have King of Wands. That's that very passionate energy I was feeling at the beginning. Affectionate, passionate. If you let them in, they're going to be all over you. I'm just telling you what. Interesting the way this card shows how this king is sort of pointing to a map here and sort of showing this little cat about the map. So I wonder if this person is well-traveled, but it also reads very much as a teacher to me, but we'll see when I ask about career in a moment. And 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to tell you this. I think this person has options. When they start dating again, when they come out on the scene, they're going to look good. Okay. King of Wands, not traditional, good looking, chiseled face. It's not like that. But this is somebody who attracts a lot of suitors, because they are just generally good looking, but they're also very attractive energetically. They have a vibe that, you know, the world is a very heavy place right now. Let me just be honest. And this is the kind of person who brings a lot of levity to the room. So if you write them off, I just want to tell you they've got other options. My guides are not mincing words. Okay. But they're highlighting the grapes here, how this woman is sort of harvesting the grapes here, and how this little cat is harvesting a little pentacle back here. I'm going to tell you this, that if you choose them, they will choose you back heartily, and you will have a very abundant life together. And I'm not just talking money, even though they are showing me money growing literally on trees in this particular card, okay, with the 7 of Pentacles. Money is not a source of ego for them, I'm hearing. It's something that they've accrued over time, and they're proud, but you wouldn't know it by looking at them. This is not somebody who has like millions, but it's somebody who's made a very good living, very comfortable, and they've been on their own for a while, so they've also saved quite a bit. This person really wants a partner that they can settle down with. They're showing me a fireplace. This person might have a fireplace, and they're showing me fuzzy socks, two sets of fuzzy socks, like fuzzy socked feet crossed over. That's what they're showing me. And just sitting by a roaring fire. This person might have a cabin, like a second home. It looks like a cabin. This person might like the outdoors. They could be an earth sign. Okay. Let's get one more card on them. What else you want to tell me about them, please? What else you want to tell my group number 2s about their personality or character? Anything else, please? Okay. No? Okay. 2. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure that they have lost in their life. They definitely could have lost a partner. They could have lost a loved one. I know the 5 of Swords is usually fighting, but in this particular deck, the women are sad and crying. And of course, the Five of Cups is always a sad and lost card. And they came out together. Okay. So I think this person has experienced a lot of loss. And what is so unique and wonderful about them, I'm hearing, is that in spite of all their loss, in spite of all their difficulty, they have still maintained this lemon quartz energy, this Page of Swords, new, nascent, not nascent, innocent purity about them. Ace of Cups energy. They still feel very full of life force energy, vibrant, okay, and joyful, which is, I think so. I think joy is a hard thing to come by these days. Not a lot of people lead with joy. And I'm seeing that very clearly here. Now, let's see if we can get anything about their career. Because I didn't get much about their career. I mean, maybe a teacher. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Anything about their career for my group number 3? Can you tell me anything more about their career? What does this person do for a living? What does this person do for a living? What does this person do? They might have also retired already. For those older, they might have made enough and they've retired, but let me see. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles. Can we get some more information there? So they've definitely made a very good living. The Ten of Swords. Okay, what about? Tell me about the Ten of Swords. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, please. What does that mean? Yeah, okay. I should have said this before I said it. This might have been a person who made a lot of money, lost it, and then made it back. So they're not really telling me what they do, but they're telling me that this is somebody who's very, again, it's that same energy of they pick themselves off. They pick themselves up and they dust themselves off and they keep going. So they've been through a lot of loss in love, loss in money, and they started again. Okay. So we have Five of Cups, Ace of Cups, loss, gained. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, I'm smacking the table. This is somebody who is super reliable, has a great deal of perseverance. They will see you through the fire and back, okay? So if you guys go through hardships together, they will have the backbone that you need. They will carry the burden. They will see you guys through it, and you'll be better for it with the Wheel of Fortune here. It's very interesting. The guides only supply the information that you need to hear. So you didn't need to hear that they're a teacher or they're they have a trust fund. You don't need to hear it. You don't need to hear where it is from. This is what they want you to understand. This is somebody who will be there for you thick and thin. Literally, they're highlighting vows, marital vows, sickness and health. How does it go? Rich or poor. Okay. I'm not saying you're going to be rich and poor. I'm just saying that this is somebody who will always find a way back. And it will always be better after the loss. So it's almost as if the losses teach them how to build out their heart or their resources or their finances or the way that they think about things. This is somebody who's ever growing, ever evolving, and that's just going to heighten when you guys get together. Very unique character, very unique person. So yeah, look out. Very good person you have here, my group number 3s. Now let me just get a little bit more of their energy before I get a message from them. Show me a little bit. Okay, hold on. A little bit more of their energy, please. A little bit more of their energy, please. What is their overarching energy like? Can you show me clearly? Okay. Okay. And there it is. Okay, I'm just going to take one. We have Juno partnership. This person is all in for you. If you're already together, bravo, you've got a solid diamond in the rough here. Okay, this is a rare bird. literally a rare bird with these, what are these, parrots or parakeets? I heard, I only have eyes for you. Okay, I only have eyes for you. I'm not going to try to sing. This is a very loyal person, and they're going to be 100% in for you. I hope you're that kind of person too. Again, it might be a little bit overwhelming to start, but man, oh man, this person is going to build a solid foundation with the 31, the 4 here, okay? And this is marriage all the way, or long-term commitment. Now, let's get a message from them. Let's get a message from your soulmate, okay? Please show me very clearly, my highest and best spirit guides, a message from my group number 3's soulmates. And we have whale spirit, trust the great mystery, card number 11. I'm telling you guys, there's underpinnings of spirit in this relationship. This feels like divine timing. It feels like you're going to randomly meet this person. It might be somebody that you get set up with even, and you're not all that interested in them, and you're totally going to fall in love with them. Whale spirit is somebody who runs super deep. Again, on the surface, they may seem jovial, pull the chair out, full of manners and so forth. But this is a deep person. This is a deep thinker. This is somebody who wants to live deeply and live soulfully. Trust the great mystery. So I do think that they're trying to tell you, trust divine timing. I'm going to come in and in exactly the right way at exactly the right time. And then, what else do you want to tell my group number 3s? Any other messages from my group number 3s? They just showed me, is it Disney World? Where they have the dolphins. I don't like any of that stuff. Let me just be clear. I don't go to zoos or anything. But you might meet them. Yeah, they're just highlighting the whale here. So and they just showed me, I think it's Disneyland or Disney World. I never remember which one is below. Disney World or Disneyland, where they have, where you can play with dolphins. I don't know if any of you guys do that, but they just showed that to me, and you might meet them there. I don't know. Then we have lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Okay, this is a little bit weird because we have lizards or salamanders, which are rife in Florida. And I think one of the Disneys, are in Orlando. So I don't know if you're planning to visit Florida or visit Orlando or go to one of those theme parks. Again, this person might have a child. Maybe you have a child and you'll meet there. Anyway, that's just what they're showing me. Oh my God, and we have another 11 with 38. We have 1111, you guys. So that might be a surefire sign that you're going to meet them if you've been seeing 1111. Dream the world into being. There's something very spiritual about you guys. You're going to meet in some highly unusual way. And I just feel like they're saying to you guys, you're going to meet in divine timing. There's no way around it. It's just going to sort of happen. It's like the stars are aligning. It's a very, very beautiful partnership. Whenever you guys meet this is going to be a very beautiful, very healing, very loving partnership. Okay, you guys, that's all I have for this reading today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know by commenting, liking, and subscribe if you haven't already. But if nothing else, I send you guys so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care.